I just think that in reality, you gotta have common sense along with book smart. You gotta have common sense. If you don't know not to put your hand on this damn stove because it's hot, that means you have no common sense. It's hot. You know you don't supposed to put your hand on
What we're seeing, what's going on is, unfortunately, you have a lot of fathers in prison, right? We were programmed early on, Mo, when the fathers couldn't be in the home, when our parents had to be on welfare. So we were programmed then. They was programming us then to take the man out the home, right? The head, the guy who's supposed to teach his son how to shave, tie his tie. Eye opener. This is for a conversation for with our kids and grandkids. Because we if we took passing to our kids, they should be passing down to their kids. But they're watching us. So we act out here acting a fool. Guess what's gonna happen? Who they learning from? Where they getting information from?
You know what? This is exactly why the therapists or the counselors, my job becomes harder, because I deal with the men that are being taken, I'll say, addicted to something. Either to sex, they're addicted to sex, they're addicted to drugs, they have miscommunication, they're angry at their fathers for not being in the picture, they're angry at their mothers for what the mothers couldn't provide. And I'm speaking from a mother that came from a marriage. So I was married and the husband left.
About black. I don't think it's for all cultures, but like dude said, man, women want the bad boy. They attracted to them. They're not attracted to the nerds or anything like that, because they made fun of them in high school. They had their own businesses, or they come up with new inventions, and then they probably think later on, I should have talked to him or something like that. But it's that's what they like, because they said in these rap videos, they said in the movie. So
it's like, I don't feel like police being in the area is the answer because of the tension. There's already problems. Like, if I see you, the first thing in my mind is to run, hide. They gonna search me, gun me down, Trayvon. I don't think that that's the answer. But
okay, Molly Moho, appreciate all y'all for tuning in as always. They got it a lot better than we had it growing up. We literally had to wait on daddy or mommy to hand us money or food stamps to go to the store. Now, and they can be all the way at work and say, "Mom, hungry, I need more money." Cash out right to your car and you good. So it's different times. So.
Hey, beautiful.
Hello, you look frozen over there. How are you? You look beautiful today.
Oh, I'm froze.
Yeah.
I'm still froze.
Yes.
Okay, let me come out. I'm gonna come back in.
Okay. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Tomo Show. Let's get this thing started, Mom. How are you today? Come on in here, family. Let's see who we got in here so far. And while we're waiting on Dr. Purpose, let's get it started.
How's it going now?
Much better.
Okay, good. My allergies are so bad. How's y'all weather?
It's chilly. We're getting that unprecedented weather, but it's been really, really chilly. We've been under freeze watch, and we're going to be under it until Thursday. So really chilly down here.
Wow. It's cold, but no, we don't have any warnings or anything like that. But I could tell the weather is changing because my allergies when I woke up this morning. So anytime the allergies, I don't even have to step outside. I can tell the change in the environment. That's crazy.
So look, we have a sheriff down here in Georgia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he a good dude. He really takes care of the community, black guy. Okay, so in the jail, they put some guys in a chair, timeout chair, I guess, to strap them down, calm them down, whatever. But anyway, so they just indicted him. Well, no, yesterday he went for sentencing. Yes. But why I'm mad about this situation is white men do this all the time, Doc. But you know what? As soon as they catch a black person doing something, oh, they think that's breaking news. That's that,
Yeah.
How is it so when all we know what's going on in the jails? They wouldn't have never prosecuted, or even this stuff wouldn't even have came out if it was a white sheriff doing
Right.
these crimes to black men. It's so unfair how, if you do something, right, you're going to be held accountable. We're going to show the world, but they do stuff, they sweep it under the rug like nothing happens. And that's what just so unfortunate. Georgia is a very oppression state.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look, everything. A lot of stuff started there. So
Yeah.
of course y'all gonna catch a lot of the beef. But I always look at, when we say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. I really believe we coming in a time period where we starting to see a lot of more black people are being known for a lot of things that we wasn't known. We
Yes.
always say we're starting to hear a lot of stuff that is going on that we wasn't privy to hearing.
Yeah.
So if we just always think about it spiritually, like, I was talking to somebody yesterday and I was just like, everything is supposed to happen. This is
Mm-hmm.
supposed to happen. We keep forgetting about what the words say,
Yeah.
and we just go straight into we're living it.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, he already warned us that these days was going to happen. So we just need to stay, you know, relevant to what it is and just keep our eyes open. And, the guy I was talking to yesterday, I want to get him on the show. I told him I was going to try to see if I can get him on the show Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And when I'm talking to him, I'm just telling him, where does change start? He does a lot of complaining about women, black women in general. So I'm like, well, where does the change start? What is the problem you have with us? And where does the change start? Shouldn't it start with you?
Mm-hmm.
Not because when I'm hearing what he have to say, I'm like, you're a male chauvinist. You don't, why are you with a black woman? Why did you marry a black woman if we so bad? We got so much to say. I would love to have him on this show because I told him, I said, we have another older gentleman, Tom, who's around his age, that probably disagree or will agree. Plus, we have Maul on the show, and it's two of us females. And I just want to hear people' perspective on: do
Mm-hmm.
y'all believe what he say? Because he even tried to he's helping Courtney open up the restaurant, so that's who she's opening it up for. And sitting her 23-year-old mind listened to him and took the same thing. Like, wait a minute, hold up, no, this not all women. No, I don't
Mm-hmm.
think like this. And some people get caught in, and it does come from, I was telling him, it came from the new era when industrialism came into, when the women decided, I want to go to work. And so it is true that, us black women know how to, I'm not going to say run a man away, but we know how to speak up for ourselves, right?
Yes.
And that's the part he doesn't like. He wants us to be silent,
Mm-hmm.
but he
Mm-hmm.
comes with so much frustration and aggression. And it's kind of like, whoa, you know, and he's saying, I'm passionate about it. And I'm saying, but when I'm speaking, I'm passionate about what I'm saying because I feel you're attacking me with your words. You know what I'm saying? So I really want to get him on this show because this man is, when I finally got to talk to him, he's the first guy that really, you know what? The way you put it to me, how I come off at you, is my delivery. And I come with so much passion that I scare a person. I need to change and work on me. And when he said that, I was like, that's the first start. You made a decision. You didn't lie. You didn't deny your actions. And he said, when I start talking to you from now on, when I'm starting to get like, like you overwhelming or whatever, he said, just tell me, just to calm down and, just be light. And I said, you know what? I wish that was most men, but I told him I don't even have that issue with majority of the men. So I'm just going to sit back and learn to listen and not always have something to say, which is hard for me because he don't even know my story. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Hey,
It's hard.
Mom.
What
Hey,
up,
Maul.
y'all? What's up, ladies? How y'all doing
Hey.
today?
With
Hey,
light.
As
handsome.
always, I see
Got
y'all.
that hair fixed back
Oh, you got
there.
the
Look at
blue
that.
band. I like that. Like a true native over there.
Oh
I
yeah.
told you ain't from Africa, man. You from here.
You
You
know,
from
when I
here.
take it down, I actually took it down, to give it some air and all this kind of stuff. But I have a major photo shoot this Saturday, so I'm just airing it out and just
Man,
letting
yeah.
rocking.
What's the photo shoot about? You said major.
You know what? I always get blessed when I'm on the set. I always meet people that always say, "Hey, I want to, rebrand myself and use you as a model." And I'll be down with it because it's free films, free pictures for me, and I can do whatever I want. And then she's also going to be filming Courtney and doing it for me and me, her, and the show. And so, and she's going to come to our house. So I sent her pictures of my house. And she was like, dang, I come to your house and do
To the
everything. So
mansion. Yeah.
yeah. I probably have about 5 or 6 outfits. I don't know, different hair changes, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just excited because she's awesome. She's done all of our the filming we've done and all that stuff for the show. So stuff I haven't seen, she has everything. So and then she does our photography as well. So I'm
Awesome.
excited.
Yes. That's
Hope
gonna
I don't
be
be
nice.
sick. I hope I
Yeah.
don't be sick.
And
Nah,
we
don't
gonna
say that.
rebuke that.
Don't speak
We
that
rebuke
into
I'm,
it.
existence. You know.
yeah, yeah.
What's up, Matt? Who else we got in here? We got Reese Reed, Kimberly. Appreciate
Hey,
y'all for
Reese.
tuning in. Don't be shy to
Yeah.
come. Marie, is that Marie Brown? Appreciate you for tuning in. Y'all gonna have to get in with this conversation with us. What do y'all remember? I remember, man, Janice, we was talking about this for about a week straight. You remember January 6th? Anybody remember January 6th? What happened down there at the Capitol? You know,
The real niggas was climbing buildings.
where they
Oh
was
yeah, yeah.
busting windows or whatnot.
Monkeys
Yeah,
was
well,
climbing.
yeah, it was crazy. Well, your boy, I don't know if y'all know Tucker Carlson. If y'all ever heard of Tucker Carlson, he work on Fox. He like a Fox anchor. They be pissing them people off. He
Yes.
basically, yeah, he gone viral. He probably lose his job. Hopefully he don't lose his life. But he got access to all of that footage. He got access to not only that footage, the days before that and everything. And he aired not only on his show, he broke it down how all that was planned. He broke down the video, showed you with the cops walking them in, showing them where they're gonna be going. Everybody thinking they bust through. No, the police went to go get them,
Yeah.
let them in. But now there's footage because I remember I was on here saying, "Dog, this shit was like, who does that?"
Yeah.
You know, not only is footage on it, it's people going to court. They about to go to jail for this because all this was fake. They planted all this. They had paid people to put on Trump supporter shirts to go in there and everything. People's going to court. I can't wait. I'm gonna play the Tucker Carlson part, just a small version because I don't want us to get banned. But look it up, y'all. Tucker Carlson, January 6th footage. That's all you gotta type in. And he got 44,000 hours of footage at the Capitol. So he got that footage that happened months before that and months before that. He got all of it, and he was able to, share it with us. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Check this out.
Yeah, I think the public should see what has happened all day. I've watched what Nancy Pelosi did, where she politicized it, where for the first time in the history as a speaker, not allowing the minority to appoint to a committee, to pick and choose. We watched the politicization of this. I think the American public should actually see all what happened instead of a report that's written for a political basis. And I think the answer. We're looking through that. I want to be very thoughtful about it, but yes, I'm engaged to do that.
Watch this.
Did you have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters inside the Capitol on January the 6th prior to the door?
I want y'all to listen to that question. He in court. He on the oath. You
Oh
can't lie.
wow.
You
Okay.
can't lie. So let's see what he said. He asked them, did y'all have people in there with Trump supported shirts? Because people geek to say, them with Trump support, why would they be that dumb? But people easily fool these days. Watch.
Doors being open?
Again, I had to be very careful.
It should be a no. Can you not tell the American people no? We did not have confidential human sources dressed as Trump supporters positioned inside the Capitol.
Gentleman's time has expired.
You should not read anything into my decision not to share information.
Director Ray,
Confidential.
gentleman's time has expired.
They shut him up. That's just Carson's part, you know, and he got a whole hour more footage breaking it down, even with them in the court, going to court about it. So he on a line, and I'm shocked that this happening, but I'm happy because when we talk about it here on the show, people just brush it off. But when Tucker Carlson, he talk about it, people open their eyes. Now everybody like, oh, it was a host. I've been saying it. But what y'all thoughts on it? Because I got more footage. I got the whole footage of what he shared on his show of them actually walking through there and everything before, like how it always broken down. But what y'all thoughts before I shared, Janice, Dr.
You know, I'm not surprised because you have really opened my eyes and given me a lot of insight into, you know, the artificialness of what's going on. Hey, Olivia, what's going on? And how it operates. So you really opened my eyes, Maul. But this makes sense to me. Right, like now, what's really deep right now is the House is in session. So this is a time now where they start planning and coming up with agendas and bills and laws. So we got to stay aware, woke as to what's going on. But I'm not surprised at all. This makes sense to me. And yeah, Carson need to be very careful right now because we already know if you don't shut up, you get some charges put on you or they find you dead. Hey, Kenneth.
And one or the other. Reese got a good question too. How about you, Dr. P? What's your thoughts after seeing that clip?
I feel the same way. I felt like it was too much drama when we first seen it. I didn't think that. I thought it was staged. So, and remember, I was already saying that when I was talk about narcissists, and I was saying it was going to be hard with somebody has so much power to try to get him out of there, like it was going to have so much commotion. So to know, you know, what took effect. I know you're a Trump fan, but you know what took effect. You know, it was just outrage. And, you know, when all this stuff happened, I was like, you know, how are they getting in the White House, all this kind of stuff, you know, especially being on the gates and, you know, just everything that took place around that time. And then for me to go there and see you don't have that, you can't get in like that, you know, it's not that easy. So I always wondered, was it, you know, rigged up? So no, I'm not surprised about how they do it. And I'm like, Janice, you know, you have opened up our eyes to a lot of stuff that has been, you know, not seen not seen at all. And also you know, I do Tucker Carlson, you know, I pray that, you know, I'm so sick of when people say something that, you know, you have to take a, you know, a hit or something like that. You know, this is freedom of speech. We should be able to, you know, speak what we want, and everything that's done in the dark shall come to the light.
Yeah, always. That's why I just like to give it time. You know, it just be shocking to me. I see Reese said, you know, I do. Said, so are you saying that the people died are fake? What does that judge sound like? Judge Joe Brown. I thought the same thing too. He do sound like Judge Joe Brown. And that's the thing. Like, do you know any of them people? Did they go to these people's funeral like they did George Floyd and everybody else? Like what happened to them? You know, it's just like they can say anything and we believe if it's in the news. But Carson's showing you that just because the news put this story out, they put it from one side, and that whole side was just to make Trump look bad. You know, for y'all to hate him, and it makes sense. You know, I'd hate his ass too if I think that his people came down there
But
and
some
caused a
people,
riot.
I'm thinking some people could have got stampede though and all that. It was a lot of people
Yeah, it
there.
was. Some
So
people did. Some people did.
Some people did. I'm gonna show y'all this footage, man, because it's not gonna be up for long. So that's why I want to really share with y'all, because they're gonna get rid of this, and it's gonna show y'all the whole timeline for real. And y'all gonna see how they ain't had to sneak in, bust in, and all that made up shit they did. Had them clamming the Capitol. All that was staged. The doors was wide open. They was letting them in. It wasn't no cause for that. But we gonna check out the real footage. The footage they chose not to show us.
wow.
If they allowed us
from the
to.
United States Department of Justice. It contains surveillance video of the Upper West Terrace doors of the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021. Just after 2:33 p.m., police officers allow 5 individuals to exit the Capitol through the Upper West Terrace doors. At 2:34 p.m., a gentleman holding an American flag catches the door just as the last protester leaves. He turns to the crowd outside and waves towards the door. At the same time, at 2:34 p.m., a gentleman with a red cap approaches the interior doors. As the police officer notices him, he continues to approach. The police officer holds the door for the protester as he enters the Capitol undeterred. At 2:35 p.m., a large group enters the interior of the Capitol, police standing at the doors. As a steady stream of protesters enter through the Upper West Terrace doors, they can see police officers standing at the interior doors, allowing people to pass.
And it's all through the video, man. All through the clip.
Wow.
I know it. I mean, I know we easily fool y'all, but come on now, like this real footage. Y'all see it's the same people. That's police, ain't it? Look like police.
Because
to
the
me.
you know, it's always gonna be inside intel. You know, the officers, you know, these are their boys too. They part of the clique.
They part of the clique, and that's the thing. Dr. P back in. So far, y'all see these people are just walking through. The police is allowing them. As they going in, you see the police leaving. Because, you know, the police, they say one no police present. There's a lot of police present. They were the ones that let them in. Then once they all got in, they started to leave. And then they called another police unit that coming up there like, what the fuck going on? They really don't know. I got footage of that too. It's cops out there like, oh, they set us up. They set us up. Like, why would they call us out here? It's ridiculous, y'all. This footage, I'm happy because it's gonna be gone in a little bit, y'all. This not gonna be up here.
250 protesters entered the Upper West Terrace doors that day, many of which are charged with felony obstruction for entering a building undiscouraged. At 2:36 p.m., a police officer walks towards the exit against the flow of protesters. He then turns around and begins walking with the protesters. He turned his back to them and never took a posture that was defensive or that would indicate that he feared being harmed.
Y'all remember the cop that was running his ass off, Janice? Remember he was running up the steps. He was like, oh my God, that's him.
The black.
He look like, do they look like his life is threatened?
No.
Yeah, that he wanted to do that was running on the footage when they was chasing him up the steps and he was calling like, oh, I need help. They done, that's one of them. That's him. I'm just saying, do he look like a threat? Do anybody look like they a threat? Do it look like they broke in this building so far? It's 2 more minutes, you know, but this what they've been showing us. You know, I'm gonna just stop for a second because we got some comments that's coming in. But so far in this footage, did y'all see anybody break in? Did it look like they forced their way into the Capitol, or did it look like they was let into the Capitol?
door was held open. They were let in, escorted, and nobody was in harm's way.
That's the thing, Reese. You can't be easily fooled. Flash bombs and all. I see that in movies. You think them people in the movies actually was flash bomb? You think they was actually tased and beaten and stuff? And I'm talking about the movies we see that you be like, damn, it looked like it's really happening. That's not real. It's the same thing. They using the same cameras and they just projecting it onto the news instead of a movie screen. That's it. I don't know. I can still be wrong. I've been wrong since this footage came out, but so far, Tucker with me, Tucker Carlson with me, Janice with me, Dr. P with me. Y'all see it. I ain't tripping. Malik with me. Malik said, hold up, yeah. There are people dumb and we'll go for anything. And
you know what? When I think about
they dumb. I just say they lost. You know, it's just that they don't see the things we see. But once you start to see it, it's a wrap. You wouldn't need us to even tell you. You'll be wanting to get on a conversation saying, I don't understand how other people don't see it, because I once was there before, Malik. What were you gonna say, Dr. P?
You know, the thing, you know, the love of money, that's all I think about. You know, people just, you know, we do a lot of stuff, and it's like we don't use common sense about things because we always thinking we're not going to get caught. It's not going to go any further. This is the furthest it's going to go. Nobody will find out, especially when somebody telling you, critiquing you, what to say, what's going to happen, never knowing, just like I said, what's done in the dark is going to come to the light. And then once y'all exposed, then what y'all gonna do? Y'all can't deny it. Now y'all in court, y'all pleading for your life, y'all about to do some jail time. Was it worth it? They didn't accomplish anything. Was it worth it? It wasn't even worth it. It's time for us to stop just doing it because somebody else doing it or somebody else says. Think about the consequences. And that's why a lot of people get in trouble, because they don't think about the consequences or they don't care about the consequences. Now these consequences, I don't even think these people would have thought how serious this matter was and how far it would have took them. When I went down there and I seen all of the secret services outside, it was like you can't get anywhere. The secret services are everywhere. How can you even approach to get into the certain part of the White House? You know, that's what I'm saying. That should have been first before you saying the police officers or anybody holding the door. How did you even get on the property? They had to been let in.
They let them in, and that's the thing. If they let them in, they not bound to get hurt. They know they playing a role, and we don't understand this crisis actors out there. If anybody got the time, just look up the word crisis actors. I'll put up the definition before the show over with. They get paid to act out stuff that just happened at the Capitol. They get paid to do that. They get paid to fake deaths. They get paid to fake out events. Everything. So you see somebody on the TV, they screaming, "Oh my God, I seen the whole thing." They be like, "It's a witness." Most times it's a crisis actor. They getting paid to put fear into you. They wasn't nowhere near there. Ain't nothing actually happened. But they need stuff to actually happen to control the people so they can give you a solution to some shit that never actually happened. I'm talking about they got a whole documentary about to come out with Pelosi during this date. I got that too. You know, see, there's a lot of leaked footage that be coming out. And that's why I love the internet. I love these new hackers. These kids don't care. They taking everything down. And why would somebody film her the whole time, Janice? The whole time this going on, they filming her and she talking, trying to come up with solutions. She chilling, talking again. I'm like, and you could tell how it's cut. Like they was chopping this down to shoot it to the world so they can sell this footage. But what's your thoughts, Janice, before I continue on with some of this?
I mean, you know what? All I kept hearing was let's make America great again. So some of these individuals, Doc, I know you said sometimes people don't think, they just do things, monkey see, monkey do, right? But you really have some people that have true hate in their heart. You got some people that will die for Trump. So if these, I mean, to me, I see them as real Trump people. They got his back. He brought him out the hill. They was fighting for this man. They was fighting for Trump. So they was willing to die for Trump. So I don't know. I can't believe that this was fake right here, because it was just we saw people getting bloody, dead, and yes, they have crisis actors. Ma, I agree with you. But this right here, and if this was all fake, we need to really be addressing the government. How could you do something so reckless and put it out there to the nation like this? You got other countries looking at our safety measures. Oh, we are easy target now. They put us at risk if they fake all of this to show people that you can get into the Capitol, right? So I don't know. You know, I just believe that I know that they need to be more careful when they putting stuff out, because you always got imitators. You got individuals who are going to try. You know what I'm saying? People want that 15 minutes, seconds of fame. They don't want to die by cop suicide. So again, a lot of stuff should be filtered before it get out more, but we know that ain't gonna happen. And yeah, we don't even want them to filter the stuff, because we do want to know the truth. So again, I'm gonna go back and research that cost, and if you can send it to me, Ma, then I'll be able to look at it and gauge some of this nonsense. But that right there, we saw that the officers open the doors, held the doors open, walked in with the protesters like they were part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what everybody's failing to realize, see, it's that hatred for Trump. It's the hatred for Trump. You so blind to a lot of things that's going on. That's why I shared the video. They going to court. Like you asking what we gonna do? They trying to lock these motherfuckers up for faking this shit. It ain't no. They are trying to lock them up. That's why I showed y'all the video. Him in court. They said, did y'all pay people to put on Trump supporter shirts? Them not Trump people. But constantly when this conversation come up, people say Trump people would die for them. Trump people was going. That's not Trump people. Them wasn't his people. Them was Biden people. Them was the Democratic Party side. That's why they going to court. And he asked them why he was in court. He said, did y'all not pay people to put on fake Trump support shirts to storm the Capitol? Did not give people shirts to put on? That meaning that that's not Trump supporters, but they are crisis actors. They acting like they Trump supporters, so y'all can hate Trump people, and y'all can be like, look at Trump people. They so racist, they hate Trump so much. That's why I showed y'all the footage of them in court. He couldn't lie under oath. He did not say no. That's why if I just say it, it's like Omar just talking. But I showed the footage. So even after seeing them in court with this dude, the ones that actually paid these people to wear Trump supporter shirts, they asked them, did y'all do this? Yeah or no? He couldn't answer. Why he couldn't just say no? If this was Trump people and he didn't pay them to put on Trump supporter shirts that fake like they was Trump people, why he didn't just say no when he was under oath?
Right.
If these was Trump people, because people constantly keep thinking these Trump people, these not Trump people. Trump people racist too. It's just they wasn't Trump people. They some piece of shit too. We got a lot of racist people out. It just wasn't them.
I got you.
That don't mean they good people. You know, I just want to show y'all what Christ.
Man, that just really makes me sad because that just lets us know how getting there, want to get a anything. Oh, this is crazy.
You breaking up a little bit, Janice. I ain't hear you. You heard it, Dr. P?
I heard it, but I know she breaking up. She said it's just crazy how people are, will do anything. And she says, she said it's crazy.
And it's so we get blind. I don't care for Trump or Biden. If Biden was doing what Trump was doing, I'd be saying Biden, let's go. If it's vice versa, but they both playing together. It's good cop, bad cop. But I want y'all to really look at what crisis actors mean. It's trained actors. Like y'all can see it, role player, volunteer. Like a lot of these people get paid now. Ain't no more volunteer, but people used to volunteer to be crisis actors. But I want y'all to really pay attention to one part. It's a skills and help emergency service to prepare and train realistic scenarios as part of a full-scale disaster exercise. This is all fake. These are emergency drills. They do these things, man, purposely to mess with us, man. These are simulation disasters, and this is a real job. It's people out here that's actually crisis actors, and that's all they do for a living. And once you started getting into it, you'll start to see. I seen one lady at the Nipsey Hussle scene that I already seen her do a crisis act at another scene. So that just started on my eyes like, wow, you start to recognize these people. And I know it might sound weird. Even dude that did the George Floyd joint, the white dude that was on his damn knee, on his neck. I seen him as a crisis actor. That don't mean he ain't become a cop and did it. I'm just saying to see him be a crisis actor and play in certain movies, and then now he a cop choking out a dude right in front of a police truck that say police on it. I never seen police on the tag. I always see numbers with and all that, but it's just weird. It's hard to know what's real and what's not these days. That's how I feel.
But you know what, Ma? In the military, you do simulation trainings as well, right? Mm-hmm. You gotta go through the trainings, because if you're in a situation, how would you know how to get out of it? Hey, Katina. So yeah, I know in the military we definitely did a lot of training. Fire rounds, real live fire over your head while you crawling under barbed wire. So you gotta go through a lot of those training exercises. Just to see if you're gonna break. They put you in a gas chamber, see if you're gonna break, say more than just your name and social. So I get it. They definitely have exercises to recreate disasters. They have to. Like in the school shootings, they have to do those simulated drills.
And before you showed the definition, the first thing I thought about like extras, like how they always trying to get extra. That's what I thought about.
No. These people the real deal, you know, and people gonna do all types of things to make their money, you know. So you can't be mad at them.
That's a
They want to be
lot of
actors.
people.
Yeah, they want to be in Hollywood, and a lot of people that can't make it that far, they become crisis actors, you know, and they be real good at it. They had you thinking like 20 kids just died in the church, you know, and they was dead. You know, they had the smoke on them, and it's just hard to know what's real and what's not. And they
So,
know
Mom, if they go to jail, if they be found guilty and go to jail, who would be responsible to
ain't
try
nobody
to pick
going
up?
to jail. Ain't none of that. That's just talk for the media. Ain't nobody really going to jail.
So the
But
court
they
thing
had
is not
some of
real.
them over at DC jail though, Mom.
I need to see a picture with them niggas that I know over there then. Cause ain't nobody I know over there know anybody over there. Like you telling me they can just go in there without getting their ass whooped? Everybody just love the Proud
No,
Boys,
they
huh?
got them in a special unit for sure. They're in
For
a
what?
special
Who are
unit,
they?
but you know, remember the guy tried to file a lawsuit because he said he was vegan and he couldn't eat this and food. Hey, Nene. So a lot of them, I know one for sure who the vegan, you know, he was trying to file charges against the jail for the food.
They gotta put a story on a story to make it seem real. The more stories you add to it, the more real the story be get. You know, so it's like watching a movie and then they make another movie like Friday, and then they make a side movie about Smokey. You know, now we just about you always gonna remember Friday. You can like, that he came from Friday. This is a sequel from Friday, like Creed 3. You gonna think of Rocky unless you're a youngin', but we know it came from Rocky. But now they really focus on Creed's son. So now that's the way they can keep the narrative going, the story going. And that's how I look at it with this. They talking about a dude sick, another dude vegan, somebody else fighting for this. Yeah, that's just to keep the story going about the Capitol. But all of that, it's just crisis actors. I mean, it's up to y'all to look it up. I can be wrong though. I say it a lot.
Ma's gonna get Tom banned because Ma be coming over some
Always
stuff
been.
on here.
Tucker Carlson did it. He did it. I said it a year ago. Tucker
It's like
Carlson.
we the TV station
Yeah.
over here because we be having some stuff on here that nobody else be. You seem like how you be getting all this information and I don't see none of this stuff. Do
I
you
see
do a
the
lot of
same
research?
thing everybody else see. I just look at it different. You know,
Ah,
like that's the only thing. You know, people overlook certain things because they got their feelings involved. I don't care about politics. People know that I don't vote on none of that. So I go with a biased mind. You know, so most people, you Democrat, you looking for something the Republicans are doing. So you can say, oh, they fucking us over. See, that's why we getting da 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 da. And the Republicans doing the same thing to the Democrats. Oh, look at the Democrats. Or they just trying to hold us back. But when you back and don't care about either side, you can actually see like, oh, they just playing us. You know, this the NBA, one team the Lakers, one team the Celtics. That's it. Like one of them gonna win. If the Republican side win, they in the White House. They gonna run things for the next 4 years, but they playing together. They need each other. One need the other because you gonna always need to vote on somebody. But if they was all one team, we can fight against it. We gonna like this a monopoly. But as long as you be like, well, we picked that one over that one, and then they can continue to run things to make you feel like you was involved. That's why I tell everybody it's called an election, not a selection. Because you're not selecting anything. You electing from a selection they already chose from. So that's like them saying Maul, Janice, and Dr. Purpose. Which one y'all want? Like, dog, why we can't pick from, Tom, Mo, or why we can't pick D? Because this is the selection we gave y'all. So elect from this pick. And that's what we do. We let them choose whoever they wanted. Then they say, which one y'all want in now? They don't care. Whichever one you pick, they already picked. They just want to know which one we like best. So it's scary.
Yeah, that is true. Because when I went to vote, I think last year, I noticed I'm like, I don't even know half of these people on here, but I knew who I wanted to go vote for. I knew exactly who I wanted to. They're giving out signs, plus I already knew. And then when I get there, I'm like, it's 90 something people that you have to pick from, and you just selecting. I'm like, I don't even know none of these people. I just felt stupid. I didn't know not one of those people that was running, because the people that I wanted to vote for wasn't, you have to be in the city. You didn't have to be in the city of Houston. We have Harris County, then we have the city of Houston. And if you're not in the city of Houston, you may be in Harris County, but you can't vote for the city of Houston. So the people I wanted to vote for were in the city of Houston. So it wasn't on our ballots. And it's kind of like, I waste my time going up there to vote because they just what you said. But it also reminded me of I don't know if y'all been watching the movie, the documentary of Tupac, who killed Tupac. It reminds me of them, you know, with the North and the East side, you know, and everybody saying like, oh, it was a setup, and you know how the music industry, we're gonna play this music or we're gonna do this thing, you know, just to strike up to get our numbers up or whatever, or who's gonna come up, you know, time for them to shine or whatever. It's not like everything now. You making me look at everything like, is this a plot? Like, is my marriage a plot? like is all this stuff set up? You making me look at things totally different.
You got to. The Simpsons not that sharp. You know, like everybody be saying, well, everything in the Bible coming to fruition. Everything in the Simpsons is too. You know, just like it's a world book out here. I think they writing shit out and they planning it out, or they trying to really act out the Bible. Like they really things that actually happen in the Bible. I think they trying to make it happen again. And I'm gonna get to that Thursday. I'm talking about they got some things. I ain't even gonna switch the subject. They got some things. I want to get back to this footage because we got like 2 more minutes. I just want to show a little bit of the rest of it for the people who just tuned in. This footage of them down there at the Capitol, the real footage. Allow the crowd to actually getting let into the Capitol. And I know they barged there and they got let into the Capitol.
At 2:38 p.m.,
police everywhere.
A woman
They
with
just
a
letting
sock
them
hat
walk through
and
and
a camera with a sound recording device attached to it films police as they allow people to enter. A steady stream of individuals pass by police as they stand aside without deterring protesters for several minutes.
You want to do something, my guy? Look, he just walked. That's your man that had the flag that was climbing. There go the other little dirty dude. There's a lot of them. There go the dude with the phone, the little ET type stuff. I'm saying they out there. The Proud Boy, he got a permanent walk. The Simpsons looking dude.
Yeah.
What do we do about this, y'all? I'm just saying that this footage definitely gonna be
Let
gone.
it play out. Let it play out.
Like, what do we do? Let's Slicky Thompson. Look out, they coming, man.
At 2:40 p.m., police stopped the protesters to speak to them again. At 2:44 p.m., a police officer on the bottom of the screen can be seen speaking to the officers in front of him and pulling them away, indicating to the crowd that they are allowed to enter. The officers then turn their backs to the crowd, which indicate that they did not possess fear of the protesters. The officers then escort the crowd into the interior of the Capitol.
Doing all that fake ass running. They done stormed the Capitol.
Running them over.
They done stormed the Capitol. They done stormed the Capitol. They ain't watched zombie movies before.
They walking. They're not even running.
Because the cameras don't need them to run yet. When the cameras get set and they need them to run, they will run. Right now, we just need y'all to walk.
What we seen on the outside is not what we seeing. It's calm in the inside.
Gear closed the doors.
They be lying.
Police
now he closed the door and locked them. Like, leave them in there.
All
the police outside.
Justice. It contains surveillance video of the Upper West Terrace doors of the United States.
I'm just saying, y'all.
On January 6th.
We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better. And it's more. It's more. We're gonna get to Pelosi a little later. But I just had to share that with y'all because I know a lot of people be like, oh, Trump people's down there acting a fool. No, them is all crisis actors. They all got paid to do all that stuff. Yes, some people fake got shot. You know, like that's it. That's how I look at it. Like I see people get shot on Law and Order, Criminal Minds, and all that. That's how you do it. When you got the camera, you can make the cameras do anything. I done seen people land on the moon due to national television. So I don't trust them. And at the end of the day, now we got real camera footage. This ain't added, chopped up or nothing. You could tell that it's camera footage too from the angle it's coming. And you see the cops allowing these people in. They ain't get pushed over, ran over, how he was on the walkie-talkie running for his life. Oh, they stormed the cop. They walked in there peacefully and they was chilling. They was let in peacefully. And then when they got the camera, they said, okay, now we need y'all to act a fool.
Yeah.
Now they started acting fool, the cameras on and all that, and got everybody out here believing it. Like, people ain't that crazy, y'all. If you go down there to the Capitol, you can get shot.
Ma, did you know this before this video was released? That was already your perception before?
Yeah, everybody watching know that.
think deep. Wow.
No, because the Simpsons had this on their show, Dr. P. It ain't like I was just like, it was just too much. The same exact outfit with the horn. He had the same outfits on. Everything was too much on key. I was like, this stage. When they do things like that, it's just too much on point. Some things they react from movies and everything. You be like, nah, I seen this before. Like, if I'm going to war anyway, they be having people over there while they going to war, filming things get blown up. I'm a cameraman. Ain't no way I'm not out there. You got me fucked up. Unless I know we filming it like a movie. Like, this is fake. But I done show plenty of videos over there how they be faking disasters. They had a dude actually laid out. Janice, you remember this? 30 people was dead, Dr. P. And they said, 30 people died due to this bomb and explosion. One of the dudes got out the body bag. And they was going over to tell him, get back down. He's a crisis actor. Everybody out there laid out fake dead. Wow. But before that, everybody was like, oh my God, all of them people died. That's how you fake a death. What happened to them that died in them bags that was getting up out the bags? Because they couldn't breathe. So they was going too long in the interview. Mm-hmm. They had to come up for air. So dude came up, they were trying to push him back down. Like, you done seen it happen too much, Dr. P. I think I'm
God.
We got can you see if you can find that clip from the Simpsons so the viewers can really tie it in? Yeah, I got you.
Dang, I ain't never looked at the Simpsons like that.
You did? They predict everything.
I saw the Kobe Bryant cartoon.
Yeah.
When I saw the Kobe Bryant cartoon with his 5 rings and the plane blew up, this was done years and years and years before Kobe even died in the plane. I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Yeah.
So what are y'all trying to say? Oh, okay, so Todd, make it make sense to me. Is everything so Kobe Bryant did really die? Are y'all saying that was staged that he died?
I'm just saying
somebody.
I'm not saying it was staged. I'm saying that it was predicted.
Yeah.
This was under their radar. This was something that they had it planned, or this was something in the works. I don't know, but I definitely saw that for myself. So I was like, wow, this is scary. Yep.
And that was on The Simpsons too?
Man, it was I
don't know
if it was a commercial. It was a commercial.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna spend the rest of the day.
But
I'm gonna be investigating.
All you got was it's a way of putting cartoon of Kobe Bryant blowing up in the plane. Right up.
Okay.
And you look at the year. I'm like, yeah.
Yes. That's the exact one. I'm just
that's what I'm thinking. It's so sad that we've come to a place where we got to do all these fake things, man. So you're misguiding people. Yeah. You're misleading people. You're not giving us truth. So it's just crazy.
The Capitol Hill cops, they were scared. Man, they were scared for their life. I got a video of him saying they set him up. There's a dude out there like, man, they set us up, man. That's from only one view. A lot of people in Trump's own camp out of them. I mean, let you tell it. You get that from the Democratic Party news source. That's what I be saying. Like, we gotta be careful. I don't care about Trump too much, but people aim for Trump, and he's not the president no more. He the only person I know that still get talked about the most when he's not even in office. Anything bad going to still
but Trump do the most. Small, he do the most.
He been banned from all platforms. What he been doing? People bring him up. He was banned for like a year.
It's just the way, you know. I mean, I don't like to keep saying the word narcissist. You know, it's just his when you. I wouldn't even. Yeah, I have to call it narcissist because I can't even call it confidence. You know, or you know, it's just being over, you know, having so much pride and having so much power. And that's why I look at it as the abuse of power, you know, and the fact that when his time was over, he did not just leave, you know. So even people talking about bringing him back, I don't understand why, you know. It's to me, it's more, you got to go into the mental aspect of things, that when we're dealing with Trump, not to say Trump is a bad person or whatever, but when you're dealing with the mental capacity, you're dealing with somebody totally different than who everybody else saying about. Yeah, Trump may be very outspoken or whatever. That's just like you can say, okay, Dr. Purpose, she knows this and she know that, but Dr. Purpose have depression, or Dr. Purpose have bipolar, da 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 da. It doesn't stop my mental capacity, or my my mental illnesses or whatever. And that's the same thing I feel with him. I feel like he just abused his power. Not that he didn't, he didn't have the right to have freedom of speech. It was just that he spoke unintelligently in a lot of things, and I just didn't like the way he represented America. And that was my whole thing with Trump. I couldn't stop whoever was in office. I believe that whoever is supposed to be in office, their purpose to be there, whether you got the good or you got the bad, God aligned it like that. We just have to accept it. The thing is that no, he abused his power. And when I used to say that, if y'all don't understand what power and control is, when we say abuse, that was abuse, just to abuse your power. And that's what we're seeing in the government. We're seeing people with money. This is what they do. They abuse their power because people think people will do anything for money, and most people will. Preachers, teachers,
I want to know,
kids.
what did he abuse? Like, what did he do? What actions did he do? 'Cause I hear people say it, but they never tell me what did he do to abuse his authority. What did he do that no other president done did?
Okay, that last scene right there was one. That one right there, when it was time for him to get out and for Biden and his crew to come in, and he didn't want to leave. All this that you're showing us today, all that came into play. The simple fact to know, every president that I know of, this was my first time hearing of a president that didn't say, okay, I'm just going to leave. Like how what's the one before that? The black ones did.
Obama.
I'll be forgetting. Yeah, Obama did. All of them. I've never seen that before. So it was like he did not want to leave. And even when his niece wrote that book about, my uncle this, my uncle that, da 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 da, this kind of stuff. She was dealing more of his mental, of what we deal with when he's not around y'all. What we deal with him as a family member, because I have family members that felt that I've had to tell them, hey, because you think you're this, or you think you're that, or you think you can talk to anybody any kind of way. Why? Because you got money. Because you have money, and because you have money, then you think you can control everything and everybody, and then it becomes disrespect. Because then this could be whoever it is. This could be me talking to my son, and just because you hold the money, you feel like you can talk to me as your mom any kind of way. So that's all I'm trying to say. People can abuse their power. A husband, a wife, a child, anybody can abuse their power based on, because I hold the money, and if you don't do what I say, you're not going to get the money. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about the abuse of power. Him not taking his butt out of there when his time was over. He did what he came to do. So that was it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's over, it's over. I'm thinking that he gone now, so I thought it's probably more than that. But that's all you hate him for, because he didn't want to leave.
No, it's more
when it was
than
so-called time to leave.
Giving you
Shit, I'm president. I ain't trying to leave neither. I want to know, abusing his power, they ain't really abuse your power. He can try to abuse his power. Just because he don't want to leave, that nigga had to leave. Abusing your power is when you don't do something and you know you ain't got to do it. Like, he stayed in the White House and they was telling him to leave, and he chose to stay another 4 years. That abusing your power. He had no power there. So I don't know. I just think people just dislike him. It's just like they just start saying things. Before he's president, I ain't hear none of this. I ain't hear no books about his niece. He been his uncle before he became president. Like, he ain't just become your uncle.
When he had the show, You're Fired, or whatever that show is, that's when I got to meet Trump. That's when I got to, watch, how he would talk to people. And to me, it was back then, I was like, wow, like, look how he talked to people, and you know, these people working their butt off, they're building businesses and they're doing this and this and that, and you just say you're fired. And I just didn't like his personality.
See, that's what I said, and you proving my point. You just don't like him. You know, you don't like how he do his business. But it's people out here that fire people. My aunt got fired because she had to go to go visit my uncle in the hospital. He just randomly had to go in the hospital. He got rushed there. She left to go see her husband, and they fired her. You
But
know, like that's business.
Yeah, you know, only thing is with Trump, you know what, I'm gonna be honest. Before he got in the house, anywhere I travel internationally, I'm looking for a Trump hotel. He had the best hotels that when you travel, right? So I got Trump slippers. I give him out. You know what I'm saying? He know how to he's a businessman. He know how to build businesses. So I like that aspect about him when he was in. I like the fact that he was definitely trying to look out for the people with money. He was, you know, he showed us that anything is possible. Only thing I didn't like about this nut was when he called them NFL players, right? Sons of bitches. I was disturbed. You're the president of the United States of America.
Man,
that's what turned me off. But when it comes to practice, you can learn something from Trump.
Man, call them what it is. They son of a bitches. Them ball players don't help us out with shit. LeBron, all them niggas straight up bitches, man. Trump gonna tell like it is. People took it as because it's majority black. It's white players out there too. Tom Brady was a ball player. All of these crackers out there playing.
He wasn't talking about Tom Brady.
He talking about all of their ass. All of their ass, man. Like, don't disrespect the flag because he's a white coon. We gotta still remember he's still a white dude. He still like white America, but at the end of the day, he all about America. Yeah. That's what I like about him. He ain't about the Middle East and we gonna go over to Ukraine and China. No, he like keep that money here. You know, so before we end it, before we go out, you know, I'm gonna do y'all the honors, man, because this what I was hearing when I seen Trump talk. This the only thing that I was hearing. I don't want to hear what he did on TV, what he said to his auntie, his cousin. What did he say to the American people? What was he saying to us? Because we ignored it because of the things he did outside of the White House or the things he did on his way leaving the White House. But when he was in the White House and when he was in position to make things happen, he was doing it by action. Do y'all agree with this before we go? Hold on, they gonna mute my man. Don't mute Trump. Don't mute him.
Yay. It's about time that this country had somebody running it that has an idea about money. Our country's a mess. You know, it's one thing to have 20 trillion in debt and our roads are good and our bridges are good and everything's in great shape. Our airports are like from a third world country. You land at LaGuardia, you land at Kennedy, you land at LAX, you land at Newark. And you come in from Dubai and Qatar, and you see these incredible, you come in from China, you see these incredible airports, and you land, we've become a third world country. So the worst of all things has happened. We owe $20 trillion, and we're a mess. We haven't even started. And we've spent $6 trillion in the Middle East, according to a report that I just saw, whether it's 6 or 5, but it looks like it's 6. $6 trillion. In the Middle East, we could have rebuilt our country twice. It's about time.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Tony of the legendary Trouble Phone, and you're tuned in to the Tom Boat Show. Let's get it.
Like my man said, we could have rebuilt our country twice with the money we pushing out to all these other countries. Ukraine, we got millions for y'all. We got $1 billion for y'all. He was trying to keep that money in the country, and everybody pissed off at him. He was trying to make America get out of debt and find ways that we can actually do business for ourselves. Everything we get these people to do, we can do it ourselves. And that's the same thing I be saying about us in the black community. Everything we depend on the government to do, we can do it ourselves. Trump just looking at it as a bigger scale. He looking at it like we don't need China to do this or make us t-shirts and do that. We can do that shit ourselves. Not only we can do that, we can hire more people in our country, give them jobs. But we rather pay them penny on the dollar. That's what people don't understand. We still support slavery. He was basically getting rid of that, and they don't want that. They want to keep these kids over there making tennis shoes for 10 cents an hour. They want them to continue to make iPhones for 20 cents a day. That's what they don't want. Because if we start to build our own technology, we start to build our own brands and our own clothes, then everybody over having more money. It'd be more better streets on the road. Our airports will look like Dubai, China, and all these other places, but we got no money. We just in debt. I just think like a lot of people overlook Trump because of who he was or what the media was pushing him out to be. Even his Capitol riot, I brought that up because a lot of people hate Trump because of Capitol riot when he had shit to really do with it. That was the Democratic Party that dressed people up that looked like they was with Trump people. But why would Trump people be that dumb? We know they racist, but they ain't that damn dumb and racist. There's a lot of Trump supporters out here that really hate black people. So you definitely should be careful. But at the end of the day, they ain't got nothing to do with Trump. There's a lot of Biden supporters out here that hate black people, but y'all let them slide. I'm just saying, get on Biden the same way that y'all get on Trump. Because right now, Biden in office, he's been getting away with a lot of bullshit because y'all find a way to blame it on Trump. If Trump would have just did this, if he'd have did this fast, if he'd have, the nigga's gone. And he trying to get back in, so y'all better be ready. All I'm saying is stop letting the Democrat Party get away with too much, y'all. We got to give them energy before we go. Who wants to start it off?
I do. Listen, if Trump wants to get back in, or Trump wants to help America or make America great, even with him being out of office, he can get in every state, elect somebody from every state to be a representative to help every household know the foundations of how to make money and to keep their money. That's one way he can help America become great, because even him being in office, America did not become great because we don't know the techniques and the skills that I did bust my butt to go to school to learn, which is true what you're talking about. You brought a very valid point on that video. Those are things that we are taught in when I got my master's in business, but we still don't have the funding to get these things started. So that's one thing we got from today. We also heard about Tucker Carlson bringing all of this information up front so that we can kind of know now about, the crisis actors. Thank you for teaching us that. I'm gonna go get me some Bart Simpson, some Simpson stuff, and sit back, relax, and give me some education. So next time I'm gonna come on here, I'm gonna be a little bit smarter and wiser. Y'all have a good, blessed day. And like I always say, live with the purpose, on purpose, and for a purpose. This is your girl, Dr. Purpose.
Wow. And wait a minute. I thought somebody was popping in.
That's me hitting too many buttons too fast over here.
I'm thinking Tom won't coming in. But I'm thinking about the artificial intel right now. That's what's blowing my mind on. How they could take something so innocent and create something very tragic and create it in a way where it's so believable and that you really think that this is real. Again, regardless of if it's fake or true, still got to remember we got children out here. We got people, young folks in college that study and want to be politics, right? Want to be in that world. We just got to get it right. This system got to be fixed. We know this, right? So we just got to hold individuals accountable and put them on blast and stand our ground, because again, it's all about the rich getting richer, and it's about money being power, but it's also about saving lives. We got people walking around here suffering in silence. So the bottom line is we need to just band together, white, blue, brown, whatever, and stand on justice. What's right? I know Ms. Ray told me yesterday, justice is stand just us. I was like, woo. So again, we got to listen. We got to stay cognizant of what's going on around us at all times. We got to stay vigilant because we see these politicians, we see the laws. We got to know what's going on, the system, right? So like I said, the House is in session right now. So this is where they're strategizing. This is now them coming together to put their plans together, the agendas. So when they come out of session, you're going to see a lot of different laws, little stuff in your state. See, we need to be knowing what's going on in our state, right? I just want everybody to just live on purpose, Dr. Purpose. That's what I really want. But we know that's not going to happen because we always going to have the devil and God. We're going to have We're gonna stop that, right? So live on purpose, right? But with that, you got to take care of yourself. It's about self-love, self-care, and self-awareness. We got to dig in, guys. We got to do the work. You can't expect a reward if you don't do the work. Do the work on you, and people will see, right? That you've healed for some things, that you know what I'm saying, you're a better person or you've matured. They'll notice something. But as I always say, guys, the self-care is giving the world the best of you instead of what's left of you. That part.
Great show, y'all. Good show, ladies. Always a good show with Dr. P and Janice. You know, I won't get both of them back on here till Friday. Don't forget, we back on here tonight, 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. Me, Tom, Mo, and our girl, Sade. Hopefully, y'all got time to tune in with us. I know sometimes it be late, but we love y'all, man. If ain't nobody tell you they love you today, just know that we do. From this time to the next time, peace. Roll call. Who we have in here today, Janice? Who we had today?
Yes, we had Reese, both Kimberly Brown, big homie. We had Marie, Olivia stopped through. Hey girl, we had Kenneth in here. Malik was on fire today. Mama Reynolds was in here. Katina was in here. Nene, the homie, was in here. Tomo stopped through. And DJ Slicky.
DJ Slicky, woo. I say you big sis. Trina Spencer. Love you, sis. I'm going to call you a little later as well. But we'll be back here tonight, y'all. So go ahead and get your Z's in now. And if you got to stay up, go ahead and listen to my man DJ Slicky Woo Boo, because I know he about to go live. Love y'all. Dr. P, you be safe out there in H-Town. Janice, you be safe out there in the A. And I see y'all in the group chat. You know, we be testing all day.
That's right.
Yeah, and you be safe up there. You be safe up there in the city. Love you guys.
Love y'all. Bye.
Bye.